Hey, welcome to this tutorial, and today is gonna be a real quick tutorial. We're gonna see the main differences between version 5 and version 6 and how to quietly move to version 6 if you are a historical version 5 user. So, real quick, main thing that strikes when you open up the application is that the media tab that was on the right just disappeared. And now the medias are over there, surfaces, laser surfaces, DMX samplers, fixtures, projectors and devices, modules, and the master tab. Remember, you can switch from one tab to the other using the command or control on Windows, command 1, command 2, command 3, command 4, 5, and etc. Okay, command 1, go back to the media, command 2 goes to the surface, media, surface, media. Okay, and in a live situation maybe, or if your brain really cannot switch to this new way of working, there is this nice little icon there that just extracts the media panel and put it on the right. And now command 1 is the surfaces, command 2 is the laser, and so on, and so on, and so on. And the media stays there, and anytime you can switch it back. So whenever you're in a live situation and you prefer to have the surfaces and the media as shown on screen, no worries, just click that nice little button. And if you have a large, ultra large screen, that also works. Okay. Second thing is the cues and everything. So here, some people complain that it's a different program. No, it's not a different program. Scenes, cues, and timelines, because timelines are in fact animated cues. It's the same. Just click there, and by default, you're back to the scenes and cues and timelines as you were. Now we've added the conductor, which is a master timeline. If you have only one timeline needed for your show, you can start working directly in the conductor. Remember, you click this little record button, and let me just add a surface. And if I click there, I've added the opacity value as a track into my conductor, and now I can start animating it. Okay, let me do this, for instance, and this. I'm gonna set the out loop end, out point. Okay, enable the looping, and now, real quick, I have a nice animation. Anytime I can go back to the grid view that everybody's used to by switching by clicking this button, the scenes and the cues. And if you do not use the scenes, and I know many people do not use the scenes, you can make the scene line disappear by clicking the three little dots there. That opens up a pop-up parameters, and on the scene rows, just set it to 0, apply, and boom, there is no scenes anymore. There are no scenes anymore. Okay, so this is just like you used to work in MadMapper. Remember, boom, I can create a queue, add this opacity to the queue. So this is a queue like it used to be in MadMapper, so nothing has changed. And now I can edit this queue, and you can see here, this queue can be turned into a timeline if I click the animate button. Okay, and now I have a timeline, and now instead of having just one keyframe as the start of the queue, I can have multiple keyframes. But it all works the same. And I can hide this inspector and the timeline view here. Boom, just like that. Okay? And the final thing that's very, let's say, different from MadMapper version 5 is that now, let me just make a little something, little setup. Okay, I will use this. I duplicate it, and maybe I add this on top. Okay, and I will make a little composition like this. Okay, okay. So now I have these two layers, and I am actually making a composition. Okay, and the big news in MadMapper version 6 is that the light fixtures, the DMX fixtures, are now sampling directly over the surfaces. So in MadMapper 5, you used to have to assign a media to the fixture, and now it says the fixture is sampling the output. So there is no media anymore for the fixtures, they are sampling the outputs, and this is really much more powerful because simply you can use the power of MadMapper to actually make composition and sample the results of that composition. So now if I make a fixture like this, okay, a line fixture for instance, okay, like this, and now it is sampling the output. So that's a big news. And about the resolution, yes, it is somehow resolution dependent. So if I go there, there is an automatic, you see DMX auto that's just picking the bounding box real estate of your fixture on screen, on the stage, or on the canvas, sorry, on the canvas. And it's automated. This automated DMX, if I remove it, or no, if I create a proper DMX output, okay, you can see that now the DMX canvas, I can move it and say, okay, maybe there is one DMX canvas here and another another DMX canvas there, and now I have two different canvases, and it's using the resolution of this canvas and this canvas to actually sample. So if you want to be pixel perfect and you really want to optimize the way MadMapper is sampling the surfaces, you can use these multiple DMX canvases. Okay, and if I remove them, and now it's also automated. Look at that, what's going on. I'm just showing a little, not trick, but a little more explanation. If I duplicate this, so I have one here and one here, I have these two fixtures. Okay, if I go to the output, as you can see, it's sampling this part and this part. Okay, so it's already optimizing, because this is rendered another time so that it's able to extract the pixel values and convert it into DMX. Okay, and now everything is automated, but remember, still you can turn it into manual option. And these were the three main differences between MadMapper 5 and MadMapper 6. The media panel, scenes and cues that can now be animated. Okay, the conductor that is there. Okay, so you can switch back and forth, and the sampling of DMX fixtures over the actual surfaces. So basically, MadMapper 6 is the same as MadMapper 5, with just a few more powerful features. So every time we make a new release, we try to advance, make it good, make it more powerful, more efficient, but also try to keep the workflow that you're all used to and that you all love. Okay, I think that this is it for this tutorial. If you have any question, don't hesitate to reach us on the support, on the forum, or in the comments, and thanks for watching.